Hey, how's it going everybody? It's Tanner here, and welcome back to a new Ninjago discussion video here on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Season 12 story for Ninjago yet again, and a few more details and theories regarding the actual origins of the Prime Empire video game. Now, in case you guys have not been made aware of yet, the Season 12 story will be taking place primarily within the world of Prime Empire, which is an ancient video game that was created some time ago by an uncertain someone, and now in the present day, people have gone missing, and the ninja need to go ahead and investigate where these people are going, so they go ahead and jump into the video game themselves, kind of similar to Sword Art Online or Jumanji. If you guys are familiar with either of those properties, it's basically the same thing, but we can actually go ahead and speculate a few things regarding the actual origins of the Prime Empire video game, and that being who actually created this video game, when was it created, and why was it created. Now, Prime Empire in the Ninjago canon is an ancient arcade game, and in the actual timeline, the actual conception of this video game should not have taken place in, I guess, necessarily ancient times. I believe when they say an ancient video game, they just mean it's an older type of video game. Like, that's what people say all the time regarding games that came out in our timeline in the 80s, 90s. People call them ancient. It's just a word that people use to describe things. So if it was created within the Ninjago timeline, maybe around 30 years prior to the events that we're seeing now, who could have actually created it? Well, I do have a few theories regarding that, starting with Cyrus Borg. Now, it's not really too clear how old Cyrus Borg is, but a lot of people have been suggesting that maybe he could be returning in the next season due to the season's heavy involvement with robotics and technology, things like that. Cyrus Borg was basically the inventor of all of that way back in season 3, so it would make sense that he would be the creator of this video game. The only thing going against it is, again, I'm not quite sure how old he is, and if he is a younger character, which he appears to be, then he couldn't really have created a very ancient video game, now could he? My next theory would be Dr. Julian, who is of course Zane's father, and this might go ahead and actually bring a little bit of development into Zane's character as well. The only thing I can see that's not really checking out for this is the fact that even though Dr. Julian is rather old and he kind of fits the age demographic for who could have created the actual game, it appears that he really couldn't have in terms of the timeline, as he was locked away on the lighthouse for several years before Zane and the ninja went and rescued him. It is possible that he could have developed it before his first demise, but not quite sure how accurate that could be. He could have always created the game using Zane's schematics, things like that, so again, not quite sure how accurate this is. And my third and final theory is something that I will be doing a video on as well, and that is the theory that Unagami is the actual creator of the game, which would make a little more sense, and I'll jump more into that in a future video dedicated to this topic on its own. But I do believe that if Unagami did create the video game, it's just simply a way to go ahead and gain elemental users, which we will talk about in a future video. But those are the few theories that I have regarding who could have created the Prime Empire video game. But let me know down below in the comments what you think about this. Who do you think created the game, and for what reason? Leave all your thoughts down below, and I look forward to reading what you guys come up with. With all that being said, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and check out the links down below in the description for my other forms of social media. As always, big shout out goes out to my Patreon supporters, including the Marvelous Jan. Thank you so much for pledging to the $10 tier. As such, you will receive a spoken shout out and a written shout out at the end of every video, plus additional early access content on the Patreon page from time to time. With all that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Once again, my name is TannerFishies, and with that, I bid you farewell.